Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest on of War Soulstorm this side of his Yorkshire. And today we've got a 1 vs 1 on Outer Reaches. Playing on the right hand side as the Tau Empire, we have got Butters. And playing on the left hand side as the Orks, we have got ELM's QB. QB will be opening up with a couple of Slugger Boys, a Grot Squad, Plasma Generator, and a Boys Hut. Whereas Butters is going to go for a couple of Stealth Suit teams, Jetpack Research, a Plasma Generator, and a Tau Barracks, straight into some Kroot Carnivores, which is always a very interesting choice for the Tau. Now, you might be thinking, oh, Mr. Landshark, but, you know, the Orks are quite melee combat orientated, so why is he going for Kroot rather than loads of Fire Warriors to kill these guys from a distance? And that, boys and girls, is because Orks are very sneaky, in the sense that you think that they're a melee faction, but they are not. They're quite a good ranged faction. The shooter boys, the big shooters are really good, and then, you know, gradually you get rid of them as they die in combat and go into flash kits. But don't get me wrong, you've got your Storm Boys, which I assume QB will be doing at some point if there is a mass Fire Warrior ball, which is the standard thing to do for both sides here. But yeah, interesting placements for the buildings for QB. He's gone for his Boys Hut right next to this strategic point, which will have a listing post on, and then the Plasma Generator betwixt them. Mainly because on this map, there's like a narrow bit between these places. So, you know, your enemy might be able to jump on top of you, which is a real issue. And with the Tau being able to get Vespids, you need to make sure that all your economy is safe. And since all your buildings have got shooter bits on top, having a Plasma Generator here, nice and safe between those, is always a good idea. Well, Vespids are here. Yeah, going to go straight for all the melee Tau today. So the Vespids will be sorting those Slugger Boys out. They're going to run away. And the crew probably just hanging around for the moment, waiting to see if they can get a decap on this point here. We'll stay over in the heavy cover for a little bit. There we go. Goes for the decap. Here goes the big mech. And there's a lot of DPS incoming. Crew without any... Yeah, that's it. Oh, they didn't even get the decap. That's really sad. But yeah, crew without their health boost are very fragile. You need to give a bit of time to eat the floor lasagna for them to get that extra 200 health per model. But the Vespids having a bit of better luck. They've killed this listing post here. They've delayed this listing post there. And they might even get a delay on this one as well. Remarkably useful unit is the Vespids. Not only have they got the jumping ability, remarkable ability to break down buildings, but also just generally are quite fast anyway. So damn fine job from Mr. Butters here. Orks now putting pressure on two sides. Well, not putting pressure here, they're building here. But then there's some pressure going on over on this side. We'll also say as well, the last video that I did, I had some problems with the volume. It got a little bit too loud. I've lowered it down and done another sound test, which it seemed to work, but obviously in a sound test you can't sound as excited as you are in a real game, so I don't know how effective my sound testing has been. So again, I apologise if it's not fixed. Gradually over time we'll work it out and it'll all be good again one day. But yeah, just a Tau. No chill, pure unbridled aggression. They're not allowing the Orks to build anything at the moment. It's like when you're a child at the beach, you build a sandcastle and then your dad comes along and kicks it over because screw you, child. That's what the Tau are doing at the moment. Vespids running away in 2x2 like Noah, and now the Orks have got a little bit of time on their side, so looks like, yeah, they're starting to build up stuff. They're moving forward a war banner and a generator as well, so making sure that the generators are nice and spread apart. So if the Vespids do run about and start causing issues, they won't be able to kill all the economy in one fell swoop. Sure boys targeting that Tau Commander. Tau Commander going for a heavy flamer for morale breaking. Big mate, they're using that powerful teleport. But oh, there we go. A knockback ability from the Vespids. For unfamiliar, Vespids have got two abilities. The discombobulation ability, which does lots of damage to buildings, and then a knockback ability. Anyone nearby them, they get thrown away, which makes them some of the most efficient and effective early game harassment units in the game. dare I say. I've got some beautifully green fire warriors throwing down a lot of plasma fire towards the sluggers. On the Vespids, like I say, every time the Orks go on top of them and say, right, okay, we're going to ignore you and use the terrain to our advantage. We've seen a war banner and they're hungry to get it down. Fire warriors are having to run away from the big mech as he charges forward. The contested strategic points in the middle, that's free game for anyone, has been captured by the Tau. The shooter boys and big mech have separated, gone their separate ways for a brief moment. I'll try and deal with both things. But the Vespids not quite able to get that war banner down. Looks like, yeah, one of them died underneath the banner. Very unfortunate. Gonna go for a second one. Don't know how I feel about that. The Orks rely on their war banners for their tech. If they lose a war banner, they get sent back into the Stone Age. Current economy is 92 and 10 compared to 98 and 20. So even with all that harassment, the Orks have the superior economy here. And that comes just from upgrading all the listing purse they were able to keep a hold of. Building another war banner over here. Yes, so every listing purse is being protected by an additional war banner. So long as the Orks can remain keeping control of their map control, then that won't be a problem. But for every section of the map that they lose, they will lose a piece of their economy. So just keeping all those guys. Where's the big mech gone? Big mech is just being belligerent. He's just being a right nuisance in the middle of the map. So giving these Orks a bit of space. War banner's finished. Listing post about to be upgraded. So even though there's a lot of crew here, they won't have the DPS necessary to deal with all this. I think there's 2 squads of crew. If I'm... Oh no, it's just 1 squad. Couldn't see all the red rings around them because of the stairs. Sluggers chipping away at that tower commander. Ah, there's the second squad of recruits. On auto reinforce. Are you in tier 2 at the moment? You are not, so you're dedicating quite a lot of your money to sticking it to the man, as it were. As the Orks are now officially up and coming in the tech department. Like Silicon Valley, but Ork style, whatever that would look like. I mean, I can't imagine many Orks wearing turtlenecks. I don't know why many tech professionals wear turtlenecks. Or whether the fashion's changed since I last watched TV and they were on it. Was it Steve Jobs who wore the turtlenecks? I can't imagine any of the new people. Well, nowadays it's just dystopian tech of, well, we're going to AI you in the brain and control your banks. Or something, I don't know. I try to avoid watching it because it makes me feel sad. But you can't be sad when you're watching the crew have food. Oh, it's like a day at the zoo. That's happy time. But as you can see, gradually getting more health. And not only does this crew carnivore squad benefit from it, but so too does this. It's food communism. If I eat it, so do you. But the Fire Warriors keeping those shooter boys at bay for the moment. I did catch an eye on it, yeah. A pile of guns on the go, but no big shooters for these guys at the moment. I wonder if it's even worth going for them until you get a decent amount of Storm Boys. But no, never mind me, he's going to go for Nob straight away. Okay, that is interesting. Well, I suppose Big Mech joins them, and he teleports them into the midst of the Fire Warriors, and they all start throwing things down. But then, once the Fire Warriors run away and all that jazz, then you've got a little bit of a cooldown before you're able to send those Nobs back in. So interesting stuff. Crews have eaten even more food from the floor. And the Orks, assuming that the Fire Warriors are gone, but no. So they're at a bit of a standstill at the moment. The Orks can't push out because the Fire Warriors are in heavy cover. And the Tau can't charge in because the crew will just die to the upgrade listing post and the war banner. And the Nobs sneaking around, attacking a different place. The Orks know that the Tau are over here. And the moment that they start attacking here, the Orks start poking and prodding. So it's a wonderful example of showing your opponents, or using your opponent's positioning to your own advantage. But the flanking shooter boys have been got by the crew carnivores. So defensive teleport back over here. And now lots of Kroots and Nobs engaging glorious hand-to-hand combat. We do also have a sneaky tank buster squad. No stealth detection at the moment. That's how get them from their Vespids and their Pathfinders. So he's just free reign to shoot down those listening posts if they want. In fact, double tank busters. Believe it or not, they do a terrible job in close combat, neither. So you can throw these guys against the crew and it's not the end of days for them. There's the Pathfinder squad. So Nobs protecting them for a moment. Fire Warriors focusing fire, as they tend to do. The big shooters come round. Multi-layer combat going on. We've got the front lines. In fact, quite a substantial front line fighting force from both of these armies here. But then also backline as well. We are seeing over here stealth suits breaking down the listening post. They have gone for their fusion blasters. So that will help them kill the buildings. The Grots are repairing it. A little bit of back and forth, a little bit of push and pull. The Orks don't seem to really want to bite into anything too solid at the moment. I think they're quite cautious that if they commit too much and then lose their army, they won't be able to come back and stop these stealth suits. Which, how many have you got? You've got the full squad, the full kit and caboodle, baby. They've got everything that they want to break down stuff. Big Mech comes around there with his ability to spot infiltrated units. Let's try and crump them good and proper. There's the Kroot Carnivores, they're jumping in. A leap of faith, if you will, in the greater good. So stealth suits, I think, yep, managed to survive. And it's hard to really tell who's living and who's dying. Carnivores are doing a remarkably good job at keeping these Fire Warriors and Tau people safe. I've got 2 Fire Warrior squads and a Barracuda as well. This is a tricky situation for the Orks to deal with. So I assume the Barracuda should really just be focusing on jumping down here and killing things inside the base. Put more pressure on the Orks. Oh, it's because the tank busters are around. Okay, fair enough. Ignore me. So they're just going to go over here while they know that tank busters aren't. The Orks probably deciding that they can't really defend all their different places. But if they put significant pressure inside the Tau base, then the Tau will be forced to come back and defend their own stuff rather than going on the offensive. Nobs have got the target finder on them, but they've actually got 2 squads of Nobs. This is a hell of a lot of melee damage and health for the Tau to have to break through. Forcing the Fire Warriors over here, which allows the Nobs to teleport back into the Tau base. They've got double Devilfish troop carriers, but even if they don't have much in the way of anti-vehicle, that doesn't matter because the Devilfish troop carriers got about 750 health, which is basically nought. Even the Slugger pistols kill that vehicle very quickly. But 2 whole squads of Fire Warriors, no Fire Warrior Chassuis in their ranks at the moment. So their ability to melt things pretty quickly isn't the same as it usually is. But how's that Big Mech? Yeah, the Big Mech's dead. Oh, that's really unfortunate. So they will not be able to see the troop carriers. Oh, that's such an unlucky thing for the Orks there. They're going to have to basically have a really slow walk out of there. Proverbial tails in between their legs. There go Nobs there. They can spot the infiltrated people. And they will kill all those stealth suits there. Narrowly saving these listening posts. Got the tank busters blasting the listening post. But the Earthcast builder doing a good job at repairing it. These guys are having a bit of difficulty getting out of the base. I mean, still a good number of them alive, all things considered. It shows how healthy these boys are. And one lad manages to survive. Big Mech is back out.
2 minutes until taking hold victory.
And the listing person in the centre has been taken care of. The Orks will have to at some point stop fighting and deal with the critical location countdown victory thing. The tower have got the north one and the south one, so they just need to decap one. That's all they need to do. Now got a broadside battle suit. I don't know why anyone ever goes for these. Yes, okay, is their damage output really good, but their flexibility and maneuverability is a real bad thing. Unless he's just using it for the mobile missiles. Maybe that's what he's doing. So he can do more damage to buildings on the move.
You need something.
I don't rightly know. The Orks have got the decap. Everything's now safe. And the stealth suits now, with the Orks having 2 infiltration detection units. I mean, when you think about it, at the end game, they've got the Mega Armor Knobs, the Big Mech, and the War Boss. So late game, they've got quite a lot of avenues for infiltration detection. It just starts off really slow, obviously, because there's just one lad who can do it. Well, tower pushing on the northern side, but the Big Mech has got other plans for him. Seemed there was a really strong tower offensive there, but without the front line of the crew to keep these guys safe, crumbling a bit. Oh no, they repositioned the Devilfish. Okay, I thought they all died really quickly. Broadside over here getting crumped in a couple of seconds flat. Not really achieving much in the way of the world. Ah, there we go. You never expect the Mega Armor Knobs to go super speed. They can't teleport. They've got really fast legs despite their size. Have a drone squad, which, again, I'm not sure. Unconventional choices from Butters going on here. I must say, remarkably good micro with the troop carrier. If the crew can't come and save you, then you've got to keep on the move. There's just so many knobs on the field. Even if you've got a good firing line, you won't be killing all of them by the time they reach you in close combat. You now have the Carnivores still taking on the Tank Busters. A couple of Pathfinders. And maybe this is why Butters have decided to go for a very green colour scheme for the tower, so they can blend into the grass a bit more. But a big blast from the Big Knob Mech. Well, sorry, Big Mech. So I'm recording this first thing in the morning, my brain's not working. Gotta get things done out of the way so I can play D&D with the boys later. God, that's a lot of knobs!
This better be good.
Yeah, no amount of Tower Fire Warrior power. He's gonna be killing those anytime soon. You're gonna need something a bit more substantial. There's a Barracuda. So they can't chop him in close combat. You know, I said earlier on that the Orks can be a ranged faction. They're deceptively more ranged than they are melee. Ignore what I said, apparently. QB has said retroactively, right, well, screw you, Mr. Landshark. We're going to go off the reservation. And what a reservation it is. The crew are just out-muscled. Maybe the Barracuda is enough to send them back to the sin bin. And obviously they're starting to not really engage in melee combat. They thought they were going to give themselves a go with their pistols, but now seeing sense moving into the heavy cover. Got a third Fire Warrior squad. These guys seem to be a sacrificial lamb for the moment. 2 engagements going on. The Orks down here are going to have to disengage from the massive firepower. The Knobs down here brought down low to just one model. Full squad wipe there. Very surprising. Was not expecting that, but I suppose got lots of firepower in the form of the listing post, which almost got killed. Oh, one lonely tank buster. Double Ork. He's a secret agent, off on his own travels, and now here comes the potential push into Orkland. If they could, I mean, it's a potential for a domino effect. As I say, if the tower can kill all this stuff, then they'll be easy to push down over here.
bastard.
due to the lack of Ork squad cap or population cap or whatever. But no, the Sandbusters keeping that Barracuda at bay. This is the ever-present threat of the deadly Tau Fireball.
Don't hold on to that end of it.
I mean, you can just quite easily just get like 5 squads in one place and melt anything that comes nearby. It's a shame that they can't see these pesky tank busters at the moment. Current economy is 103 and 38 compared to 110 and 58. Very even economies. More Devilfish troop carriers. I mean, what do they cost? 50 blue and 75 green. You'd be a fool to not get the maximum amount of free. I think they are limited to free on account of them being dirt cheap. They just do so much damage. And if the Orks have one of their big leaders nearby, then you're having a laugh. They could just fire for free.
Devilfish transport ready. We will pick up the train.
Tank busters not going to waste their lives potentially by overcapping that strategic point. There's always a Pathfinder team nearby, so they will fall back and just get a cheeky rocket off at them, just to let them know that, you know, we're here. You might not know that we're here, but we are. We will cause you issues. There's a big push. The knobs. Yeah, there we go. Don't engage in range. Move into the heavy cover, which not only protects them from range damage, but also, if you're in melee combat, that also reduces the amount of range damage you're taking as well. I think that gets the zap on the troop carrier, but doesn't really run towards him. I think he's just quite keen to stick in this little hovel for the moment. While the crew also engage in range combat for whatever reason. Oh, they've surrounded this knob here. Fair enough. Troop carrier trying to run away. Ah, but it gets down. That's unfortunate. Now it's time to make a bit of a escape on foot. The Barracuda on high, getting some good damage in. So long as those tank busters are occupied in close combat, this Barracuda can have a nice time really quickly sniping their way through. I mean, just look at that firing rate. I know it's not a very quick rate of the Knob Squad going down health-wise, but it's something. Gosh darn it. You've got to think positively. And now a tier 3 upgrade. Listing post here. Very unconventional, but I suppose Butters anticipated a lot of high health individuals gallivanting into their base. And now another broadside battlesuit. Is it the AoE knockback from the rockets? Is that why Butters is going for these lads? I mean, if he hits a target, that'd be good. There we go. Yeah, no, not much in the way of knockback, is it? Yeah, I can't figure out. Not sure why he's gone for it. Maybe you guys in the comments know a little bit more than I do. But another powerful backline of firepower. Listing post goes down there. That's a very expensive financial investment that the tower have just lost. It's not great. They've all spent all the money. That's also not ideal. They're about to lose more economy. The Orks don't try and lose all their limbs and lives by going into the base and finishing off the tower. But maybe just crippling their economy is more of a better idea. A tower army is essentially just a couple fire warriors, a glorified mobile turret, and transport. Oh, there's War Boss at Orks are in tier 3. Whereas the tower have not even got out of tier 2 yet. Fresh big mech. Waddles on in. Teleports right over. Troop carrier is dead. And with a big war being called from the old War Boss. Can't stop that speed now. Like Olympic athletes, or Ork Olympic athletes if you will. Just said, right, no more of this range fire. We're getting involved. And the Tau just leave in the most unceremonious manner. yeah, I mean, it was a good back and forth game. I think the tower had really good map control all the way through there. But I think, I don't know, maybe they invested a little bit too much in their tier 2. And, you know, that's why they got out-teched in the later game. But then again, I don't know exactly what they would have gone for in tier 3 that necessarily would have done all that much. I mean, could have gone for a couple more Barracudas, maybe putting a bit of pressure in the old base down here, forcing a lot of them to stay back at home. And, you know, if you've got the tank busters handling around down here, that gives the, what they're called, the troop carriers a little bit more freedom to move around the map. But then again, they've got low health, so they don't necessarily need anti-vehicle to kill them. It's a tricky situation for the tout. I didn't really like how he used the Vespids in the early game. That was really, really fun to see, and a definite show of skill there. But there we go. That's all the time I have to waffle on tonight. So cheers for coming. Love you lots. Discord, Patreon, links, description. I'll see you in a bit. Peace.